everybody, GamerPenny here, bringing you another episode of our Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, and we are back with Vesper and our little Midgardsormr. This is the new pet we got after that last one, so I just have him out now until we need wing sauce for anything. Let's go ahead and get into this next quest here. I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? But you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Okay. We're almost there, so... Right? Are we close? Kinda. Let's just do this. I'll just go back. Okay. So we're gonna continue on. I know for a fact that we are in the last 20, maybe even last 15 quests before Heaven's Ward, not Stormblood. We're quite away from Stormblood. But the last 20, maybe even 15 before Heaven's Ward. So, I think we have 2 trials to do, and the rest are just going to be straight up quests. No more dungeons that we have to go run. Just 2 trials, meaning it's like a boss fight. Like the primals. And I'm going to try to time it so the last quests are all in one episode, because there's like ridiculous amounts of cutscenes at the last quest. So, alright, let's go talk to Alphino. Get out of my way. See what he has to say for himself. And we got our power taken away last time. Our blessing from Heidelin is gone. It's kind of a bummer. Like that helped us get through a lot of stuff, apparently. Wasn't, you know, our talent or our expertise at this game. Hey Lucia. Hey Tataru. Philomene. Alright, let's head in here. Oh, I forgot we were even in our bunny outfit. It took me a moment to realize what we were wearing. Alright. Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Amaric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. Well, let me tell you. Are we gonna get a cutscene voiced by any chance? No. You conversed with Midgardsormr. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Those words were ambiguous at times. One statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Amaric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgardsormr in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of the Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. Gotcha. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Amaric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something you are not telling us, Vesper? Yeah, actually. You seem different somehow. It's almost as if you are missing something important. 12-4, Fen. Midgardsormr stripped you of the blessing of light? Are you alright? How do you feel? I'm fine. I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgardsormr made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silver Tear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the great worm. Athlic and Nimia, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgardstormer ever watch over the source, from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke? 'Twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Hydaelyn herself. Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. Hello. Art thou a pawn, a master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? I'm not a pawn. You're a pawn. Aw. Vesper, it's okay. We'll be alright. We'll get it back. She's so sad. Okay. Oh.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Bye, Lucia.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
All right. What's next? The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgardstormer who roared, a call to arms by one of the First Brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance, and pray that our fears are unfounded. Alright. What an Aether on Demand. Ere I forget, I believe Moonbrighta has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be alone once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Okay. Moonbrighta? She talking to Hoary Boulder. All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the solar, shall we? Sure. Let's go. Higiri. I like how the group like changes in here according to what's going on in the story, and that's why they blocked it all off like that. But I really like that small touch. Man, our load times are taking a while. I know that today they got over a DDoS attack, so I don't know if that has anything to do with these long load times. But they were having issues today, which seems to be happening a lot to them.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking, I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Is that going to be all that's voiced? Oh no.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Rude.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve, and I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea.
How would you tap into
I've yet to
it?
put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it's worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Ascians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a crystal brave, you are yet a scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thancred and Papalymo shall accompany you.
Yay.
Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
All right. Speak with Elfino. Gotcha. So we have to go where again? Back to Castrum Meridianum. Alright, Elfino. 'Twould seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The Fourth have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilred will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at our headquarters in Ulda. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Will do. What, another cutscene? Your duties take you to northern Thanalan, do they not? Hey, Hoary Boulder. We, too, must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Philomene travels to Ulda, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front or we shall fall. How extraordinary that my little Ascilia is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections, but I fear that Ulda has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah, woe betide her blackguard that so much as glares at your direction, milady. Aha! I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then? Alright, bye. See ya. Speak with Wilred at the Ceruleum processing plant. That is here. Yep. Only 17 more tickets. Then we're gonna have to start spending money. It's not a lot though, so that's alright. And we've saved up. Although I did spend a lot on the glamour items. And unfortunately, the glamour items are not cheap. At least for someone like me who doesn't have a whole lot of money. But we'll be getting money through the whole game, so I'm not too worried about it. And eventually I do want to buy either a house or an apartment. I think what we're going to get stuck with is an apartment. Simply because houses are really hard to get. You basically have to wait for someone to abandon theirs. They all filled up. Ah, hey Wilred, you're down here. Commander Levelour sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Amalja. But returning to the task at hand. The Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Raban's push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Garleans could begin marching on us at any time, and I think it's time we speak with Lieutenant Edelsting to finalize our counter strategy. Alright. Sergeant Valentina, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times. Are the Garleans on the move, then? Not as such. The civilian draftsmen have, however, come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sappers take a closer look, and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices. Devices of imperial design, no less. Found inside the plant, you say? But how? We've had guards stationed around the perimeter day and night. 'Tis likely the plant was infiltrated long before the Braves arrived. Master Thancred, have the Scions come in force, then? All who could be spared, yes. Now there are likely more of these Imperial explosives around the place, so I suggest we spread out and conduct a thorough sweep of the compound. Considering the volatile nature of ceruleum, allowing even one such device to escape our search may lead to us enjoying an uncomfortably close view of a rather spectacular explosion. Right then. I'll pass the word on to the fourth. What exactly should we do with these crates should we find them? Bring them here to me. Carefully, mind you. My sappers will render the devices harmless, as they did with the first batch we found. Very well, let's get started, shall we? Let's go find the bombs. And hope one doesn't slip through. It seems like a weird plan. Just look for suspicious crates? Is that what it's gonna say? Hello? Man, the load times. Search for inconspicuously suspicious items around the ceruleum processing plant. Okay, I see one glowing over there. This is where I don't remember where all of them are, so we might be running around just looking. Got this one. What else? We'll just make our way around. Oh, there's one over there. Ooh, maybe we should look up too. Here's one here. Can we go up here and look? Let's get up high, and even if there's not one up there, we'll be able to sort of see. See down? You can easily fall off this stuff. It's not the greatest. Boop-a-doo. Keyboard turner. Alright. Is there anything up here? Nothing up here. I got that thing. Alright. Do I see anything from up here? I mean, we might be actually too far up to even see. See something glowing. There's your Stola up there in Wilred. Oh, there is one up here. I thought this was from a previous quest that we had to come up here for this. Okay. Well, where's the last one then? Probably over there somewhere. I'm gonna assume it's over here. Oh, that was delayed. Yeah, there's definitely a lag going on. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Where's the last one? I don't know if we would have found that one up there. Like if we hadn't gone up there to look. I swear there was or maybe I swear we went up there for another quest that we were looking for stuff around here with. Windbrida, did you find anything over here? Ah, I see you. Back here. Okay. How do we get back there? Can I? Okay. Gotcha. Alright, let's go talk to Edelstein. Aether on demand. I found some crates. One was way up there on the pipe. Should you discover any containers that appear out of place, then hand them over to me. My sappers will determine whether or not these objects are explosives, and then disarm them should they prove to be so. Here. There were 4 more of these blasted things. I'll have our engineers disassemble them at once. Fine work as always, Sergeant Valentina. The entire compound has now been scoured from top to bottom, so I should hope that that's the last we've seen of these explosives. Our troubles with Castrum Meridianium, however, are far from over. Scouts have returned with news of movement on the front. Okay. Is there something you require of me? Wait, no, I want to pick up the quest. There we go. On the counteroffensive. We've been keeping a close eye on the Garlean garrison, and 'twould seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take to the field to meet this assault head-on. Pray report to Lieutenant Alien and lend your much welcome strength to the counteroffensive. Okay. Let's go up here. Where is she? Up here? Oh, no, she's down there. Oh, hello, everybody. Alien. Glad to have you with us, Vesper. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Garleans have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridianium. Their main column assembles to the north near Delaman's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. Hey, Ilberd. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilberd. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the Fourth should have little trouble contending with aught the Garleans might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The Third was getting restless holed up in Alda, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye, 'twould be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Garleans. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scions shall join the Fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the Third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuyuhase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Alright. Good luck. Alright, Yuyuhase. Let's go up and see you. He's right out here. We probably didn't have to mount, but hey, it's alright. Okay. Hello? There. Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts. I imagine we'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground, and make sure we root out all of these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. This will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Okay. Bye. Good luck. Alright, let's go. Man, yeah, there's definitely server lag. Like, things are just lagging really badly. I think we're still suffering a little bit from Okay, do I have a... I don't want him. I think we're suffering a little bit from that attack, that DDoS attack that they said. What am I looking for? This? I need to get rid of you. Get out of here. There we go. And get... No, 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 no. Get you. Okay. Who's fishing right here? I'm about to destroy your day, buddy. He chose a weird spot. What? I'm gonna try not to let him get hit by stuff, but dang, what a weird spot to choose. Alright. Nope. Nope. I think we got caught in that. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Defeat the next squad. Is that up here? Yeah. Okay. No. I don't want to fight you. Alright, we'll get this guy out the way. Then run into here. Get you. Stop that. No, 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 no. Oh, I didn't want to pull that dang Earth Sprite. That's what I hate about this. You got mobs that are around there that are just... Why am I dying? Oh, this thing's shooting me, that's why. Alright, Reaper. And I'm standing and stuff. I'm not bothering to get out of it. Stop that photon stream. I hate it. I hate it! Get you. Don't slow me. Okay. Good? Alright, let's go back to Yu Hase. We'll turn this in, and then we'll be good to go. We'll probably end the episode after that. Sorry about the barking dog. We'll probably end after this. Who is... coming after us? Okay. Yu Hase. You see grim, Scion? Oh, you seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Alien know the west is now clear. I would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. Okay. Alright, let's go turn this in, and then I think we might go ahead and end after that. Let's see. Let's see what he's got to say and what happens. Yeah, everything is popping in. Alright, Edelstein. Sergeant Valentina, what news of the Garleans? We killed a bunch. The raiding parties are no more then. Excellent. The Amagina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. Quite welcome. What else you got? An uninvited Ascian. Direct hit, critical hit. Alright. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alien has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogadan lady with the large axe, 'twould appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but northern Thanalan is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. Alright, well, how far away is it? Let's just run up and see how she's doing. Because she's right up here. And then we should be good to carry on. Oh, moin Brita. Surrounded by airmen, huh? Quit that. Don't. Okay. I don't know if you need to turn away for that, but Palace of the Dead has taught me much. Monbrita. Dang load times.
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
She senses me. A useful talent.
Uh-oh.
An Ascian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth, meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do
Monbrita.
settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
Uh-oh.
What did that bastard want with us? Nobrialis, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Well, so we're gonna end the episode on that cliffhanger. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're at time, so we do have to end there once the rest of it loads, please. There we go. So when we come back, we'll go back to the Rising Stones. Guys, thank you so much for all your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.